Hey guys, welcome back to Fragrance. Another day, another review. Today we're doing City on Fire from Imaginary Authors. Let's read from our pamphlet. First off, a brilliant, dark graphic novel, A City on Fire, is the story of two matchmakers. Rupert literally fabricates matches in a factory on the waterfront while Francis writes a dating column for the city's newspaper. Both are recluses who haunt the night's shadows, observing clandestine activities from afar, but never partaking. That changes one fortuitous evening when they are both witness to the same high-profile murder and are forced to come together as an unlikely vigilante pair in order to save their own names. First of all, that even though this is like made up, that's a sick plot for a book if anyone's trying to write something. Anyway, the notes that we have in here, we've got, really hard to read this, cade oil, spikenard, cardamom, clearwood, dark berries, labdanum, and burnt match as the imaginary note. So, I'll tell you guys right now, I've been wearing this all day. Give a couple sprays. You don't need a whole lot with this. This is a quite strong fragrance, and man, I can smell it already. Super smoky. Dark, smoky, resinous. That burnt match sensation. I guess I get what they're going for. I don't really get a burnt match. Trust me, I burned plenty of matches in my time. This, to me, isn't exactly like that. It's definitely more of a rich, dense, almost fatty, buttery sort of smokiness, like, you know, maybe a barbecue kind of scent, kind of mesquite-like. But I get what they're going for. It definitely gives you that kind of burnt wood vibe. Now, as far as the notes off the top that I get, I really mostly get the cade oil mixed with some labdanum with that for that incensey sort of vibe, and that burnt match accord. Even though, like I said, not exactly a burnt match, I get what they're going for with that. Now, the beauty of this fragrance, in my eyes, is how it smells when it dries down, and by dries down, I'm thinking at least 2 hours into the fragrance. I'm wearing it today. Yeah, man, this really just opens up beautifully over the lifespan of the fragrance. Now, it's interesting when you first spray it on because you get that big dose of smokiness. But when it dries down, that kind of dark berries that they're getting at, that really comes through. You get this kind of almost fruity sweetness that blends in with the smokiness and ends up actually, in my opinion, being the star of the show, more so than the smokiness as this dries down. Longevity on this, at least 6 hours, probably more like 7. It's an eau de parfum concentration. Very good. I think it's very nice. If you're into smoky fragrances, this is a really good one to have in the collection. It's definitely unique. Not really smelling like a lot of other smoky fragrances. The closest thing to me that this reminds me of a lot, actually, is a fragrance from Atelier d'Or, and it is, oh man, I'm having a hard time remembering the name of that fragrance. Oh, Bois Sitcar is the name of the fragrance from Atelier d'Or, and it smells a lot like this. It has that smoky, almost meaty, kind of barbecued smokiness, but this one is doing something different because when it dries down, you get some sweetness from the fruits that are in here, and you still get a lot of that smokiness, but it's complemented nicely from the sweetness. Now, I don't get it. I don't know what spikenard really is supposed to smell like, so I can't comment on that. I'm not really getting cardamom in here. I just can't really, it's not coming off to me. The labdanum 100%. You definitely get a incensey sort of vibe with this. But, you know, we'll keep this review like fairly brief. I think I've covered mostly what I need to. If you're in the market for a really nice smoky fragrance that's going to dry down into this beautiful smoky fruit, this is for you. This smells really good. 100% masculine. Would not wear this at all if you're female. But really good. I give this a 7.5. I'm not going to go higher because I don't know. It's not something I could see myself wearing all the time, but it's definitely really good, and I have to give it props. It's certainly unique. I know it's one of the more popular offerings from Imaginary authors, and yeah, it does not disappoint. The dry down is spectacular on this one. Really, really, really nice. Very smoky. Would not recommend this if you're just looking for a mass appealing sort of fragrance. It's definitely doing its own thing, and you know, to some would be considered abrasive, I think. So with that in mind, really cool. As always with Imaginary Authors, just awesome when you buy the full complete works sample set. You get this pamphlet. It's so cool. Really helps kind of tie in the olfactive experience with an actual visualization in your head of what's going on. So, you know, definitely I'm not getting the vibe of a city on fire, but definitely smells like it smells like wood on fire, or wood and a blackberry bush on fire, something like that. Really nice, really pleasant. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one, and we will be covering either something else that I have that I want to touch on from the collection that I'm working on right now, or we will move to the next Imaginary Authors, which is the Cobra and the Canary. And spoiler alert, that is one of my absolute favorites from what they have to offer. So see you guys in another one. Hope you're doing well. Have a fantastic day, and get some sun if you haven't. Drink plenty of water. All right, thanks. Bye.